And here we are. Hello and welcome to Plate Stack Chat. We're a little bit late, but there's already been some fun questions in the comments, so that's interesting. I am, of course, Jason, and on this show, I find wonderful people in the world of fitness, and I bring them on for a fun chat. Obviously, we're still deep in the grid season, and that may be influencing my guest selection just a little bit. So before we meet them, just once again to mention this show is supported by Strivey, so please check them out, especially if you're a coach and you need to find a way to share your programming, or maybe you're looking at following some online programming from people like Underdogs. Go to strivey.app to see what they have for you. So quite often I will bring on a couple of teammates for a chat, but not today. They might be mates, but they are playing for different teams on the grid. Usually I would introduce one and then the other, but they're also actually in the same location together, so they're going to come on at the same time. So who do we have? Well, we have someone who is part of the new version of the Breakers that is shocking everyone, from their fancy white uniforms to currently being undefeated this season. And you will see her swinging on the rings or swinging a barbell around like it's nothing, or maybe just making us all feel inadequate by showing off her biceps. It is, of course, Alyssa Martinez. And joining her is a woman that refuses to let the boys have all the fun on the grid and will pull off some of the most incredible gymnastic skills on the rings. She is the co-founder of Hungla Training and Hungla Movement. And my theory is she's only started a gym so she can guarantee that she's in charge of the music. Please welcome back to the show the phenomenal Paula Leyes.
Hi, Jason.
We made it, guys. We did it.
You did awesome.
Thank you. How are you, by the way? I won't say who was late. One of you is very, very busy and running around all the time. And, I appreciate you even making the time for me.
Yeah, just a little bit. And there's like two different times. One is the regular time, one is the Latino time.
Right.
Yeah.
I should have. Yeah.
We have the fame of like always being a little bit late.
Well,
so, sorry about that.
That's okay. I've been trained for this.
Okay.
My wife is from the Philippines, and when I was learning the language, when I was studying Tagalog, in the language book, it had like cultural tips. And one of the tips is that, like, in the Philippines, unless you are more than 1 hour late, you are not late.
Okay, wow. So they definitely beat us.
Yeah. And for me, if I'm not 5 minutes early, I'm late.
Yes.
So that means everyone is like an hour and 5 minutes late for me. This is a big problem. This was so Lauren is here from the Bandits, so another different team that she'll be on the show actually in a couple of weeks' time. Corey's asking some interesting questions. Paula, you were intrigued by the question about whether or not penguins have knees.
Yeah, why did someone ask that? And why here? Like, go to National Geographic podcast. They're gonna ask better.
And what's interesting is that he's typing that on a computer. And if he just typed that on a computer in Google instead of in the chat, you'd get the answer. But
yeah.
There we go. Right, let's chat. Alyssa, it's your first time on the show, by the way, so welcome. Paola's been on before. You were on with Fee, right? I think we had you and Fee Sagafi.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen Fee at all recently? Have you bumped into her at any events?
I saw her at Wadapalooza. We actually competed against each other. I mean, we were on the same division, but of course her team did way better than mine, but we were on the same division, so it was a huge win for me.
Yeah, wonderful. I don't think I think when you were on the show, I hadn't yet met her in person. But then she came to FitFest in the UK, and so I met her. Met her lovely husband, spent a lot of time with them over the weekend, so that was nice. They're just as sweet in real life as they are, online.
She's awesome. Yes, she is.
Yes. Okay, let's just first of all ask some grid questions. Guys, you've both got like such an interesting season, right? One of you's moved from one team to another team, and that team's doing very well. And one of you is in this like super team that kind of got built. So I'm intrigued by both of you, but you're on different teams, and yet here you are training together, good friends. Is that easy? Is there any kind of, or let me rephrase that. Is that going to be easy come July 13th when Breakers go against the Lions?
I think she's a little bit more competitive than me. Like she really, really wanna beat me in something. She was like, "I'm gonna be in triad, doing the muscle ups, looking at you," and I am actually helping her.
Yeah.
Muscle
Helps me with
ups.
all my gymnastics, so it's really funny.
So wow, you are creating your downfall, right? Like you are.
No.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean,
it's definitely fun
I'm,
training together.
I think I'm confident enough to
She's gonna
Listen,
bust
cover your
and
ears
I'll be here
quickly.
like
that I can help her, and I'm still gonna be her. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I kind of thought like maybe
I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't envision you two going head to head in stuff though.
But
I
I
would
mean,
have.
we're on different positions though. Like
Yeah.
she's more like a strength specialist. I do more like body weight stuff. We're not actually like doing the same things.
Yeah. But maybe
So
so maybe she needs to go against you on something body weight. So yeah, like the muscle ups. But
No, I
then
destroyed.
you have to go against her on the barbell.
I mean, depending the weight of the
Yeah.
barbell,
A heavy weight on the barbell.
we kind of did a mirror together, and we did exactly the same time.
Yeah.
We did it
Right.
like 5 times, and it was the same exact time. But it was a way that I can still move fast. But like if we go in a ladder head to head, oh, she'll smash me.
Okay.
There's no way. I'll probably do the first 2 bars at the time she does like 4 of them. So yeah.
There you go. So that's but what's nice is if she does beat you at something, you can also sort of
Oh,
claim a
absolutely.
double victory. You can be like, it's because of
Oh,
my
she's a
coaching.
beast. She's a beast, and I love it. I love when she trains here because she shares the bar with the guys. Like I
Really.
always team everything up like to share a barbell, and she shares the bar with the guys, and she lifts way heavier than most of them. So they always like look at her like, oh my lord. So she's not only like motivating the girls, she is motivating the guys as well. So it's been awesome.
I mean, that will motivate you. There's nothing more. I remember I remember going in for a class and I think we had back squats. We were like in the middle of a back squat cycle and I was like, oh, okay. And honestly, I wanted to phone it in going in that day. They were like, oh, it's percentages of your, and I was like, oh, look at my percentages. I was like, I don't really want to do that today. And I ended up partnering up with one of our coaches that was one of our female coaches. And we had basically the same percentages.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, well, now I have to do this.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was good. And actually, it was one of the best sort of back squat cycles I've gone through in ages. So I was like, okay,
nice.
good. So thank
That
you,
was,
Jen.
that was motivation for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alyssa, you are creating an incredible atmosphere at Hungla.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You're saying it right. You're saying it right. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for saying that. Because what I don't want is people to look it up later and be like, what's wrong with him?
It's like jungle, but instead of an E with an A. So
Yeah.
we say jungla, but it's good.
I work very hard on I try to get everybody's names correct.
I mean,
And I try to get
I've
like
been playing
words.
grid. I've been playing grid for 7 years, and they never said my last name the right way on the comments.
How do you
So
say your last name
it's
correctly?
Leyes. Leyes.
Leyes.
I mean, in Argentina they say Leyes, but it's the only country they say Leyes. But then it's like Leyes.
Layers.
And
Like layers.
I always laugh with Kendrick because he's like Legis, and I'm like, who is Legis? So I don't care. I don't mind. It's good.
Oh, but it's hey, I've I lived abroad for a long time, so I've gone through the people not being able to say your name thing.
Uh-huh.
So I'm right there with you. So if you give it to me one more time clean, how to say your name.
It's Paula Leyes.
Layers.
Yes,
Okay.
nailed it.
It's in. Layers. Okay.
Leyes.
It'll be my new thing in the live chat. Whenever I hear it come up, oh, can't they learn how to say her name? She's been a star of grid for so many
Not
years.
that hard, guys.
Yeah. It's that, and it's every time they're surprised that Roderick can do any kind of gymnastics. They're the two things that I'll be like, he was a gymnast. That's why he's so good at gymnastics, just because he can lift a heavy barbell. But he was a gymnast. And then
Yeah.
it will also be, it's layers. Why don't we know this?
Yeah.
So good to know. Good to know. I've got stuff to shout in the chat. Are you enjoying the 2025 grid season so far?
I am. And more this past match than the first one.
Okay,
But
okay. I wasn't going to bring this up.
this past match was great. It was fun. It's
Uh,
getting better.
Do you want to clear the air, or do we just move on about the first match?
Oh, ask me. Ask whatever you want to know. We're
Well,
here.
I know, Pallet, because you sent me a message, so I know.
Yeah.
I know what happened, and I know how you felt about it.
The behind the scenes.
Yeah, but I don't
But
want
it's
to.
no show on camera.
Yes, but I don't want to bring things up if it's going to create ripples on the team.
No, it's fine.
If it's all in the past, if it's all, water under the bridge, we can move on. If you want a chance just to tell to put up your defense for a Jack and Jill, that's up to you.
I mean, it's not even to like put a defense. It's just that it didn't felt right in the moment to be put on that situation where it looks like you're failing and you're actually like trying to save someone or help out your team, and it looks like you are the one doing it wrong. So I mean, yeah, I didn't like to be put on that situation, but like as Jamie told me, like on any other time, I would have been like, oh, I absolutely got this. But of course, like right now, I was dealing with so much stuff and so busy with running the business, opening the gym, and everything that I barely had time to practice my own tasks. Before, I would practice not only my task but everyone else on, of course, on my position, right?
Yeah.
Just in case anything will happen. But this time I only had time to practice my own stuff. And they told me the day before that I might have to perform the backward roll to support, right? That's not something you let your teammate know one day in advance. It's a really, really hard skill. It's not a double touch or a triple touch, that for us is like riding a bicycle. This is really like a hard skill, especially like for me that I wasn't like a gymnast before, like like guys that would do rings. So that's something they learn like from kids. So for me it's different. I really need to practice. So it didn't feel like fair at all. And then my other teammate was like, "Don't worry, I got it. You finish the butterflies." And then I hit those 5 reps. And then again, this wasn't his fault either, but he couldn't even do one. And if I would have known, if he would have been like, "Listen, you do it. You start the butterflies. I finish, so you get some rest, and then you go crush it." That would have been amazing as well. But like, none of my teammates collaborate with me, and then the one being like exposed was me, and I felt like that was never supposed to be like that. And then I was way too much on my head. My arms were like super fatigued, and the triad was right away, and I just couldn't get my mind right. I tried, I did my best, and I got to the handstand ramp, and my mind just wasn't there, and I kept failing, which like never happens. And I was like, dang, like these things, like I don't like this thing happening to me. So um, I don't know. That's what hurt. And then here in the comments on the live, it was like, yeah, it was bad.
I guess you're kind of a victim of your own success, because
Yeah, I mean,
everyone
you
is,
made
because
many blunders.
you're so good that it's like it's just a given that Val's got this.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even need to worry. We know that he's got this, that she's got this. And so when, like, we don't know, well, she didn't know she had to do this. She didn't know this was happening. It's just like, oh, Jack and Jill, here we go, bang. And then like, oh, what? Pao didn't make it. And people are like
Yeah.
shocked. But, if if we'd known, then maybe
Yeah,
people would
and
have been
like
like, "Oh, it's amazing
some,
what she did considering." So
yeah, sometimes I'm good at certain things. Not only like, oh, she has talent. It's like because I practice a lot. I usually practice things over and over and over again. It's not that I'm naturally good or
no,
it comes out like whatever. I really, really practice a lot. So if I don't practice something, it shows. Like I really need to practice stuff. It's not that, oh, I just go do stuff. I mean, some people had that talent and amazing, but with me, it's more like hard work.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm not that good to be amazing without training. I need to train. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at Lawrence. So there's lots of comments coming in, but Lawrence put up a nice comment here. Very interesting. So, oh no, I hate the comments were mean. Listen, we did so badly at Jack and Jill. I'm surprised people were only talking about that. You're amazing regardless of how something goes. So that's yeah. Lauren on
Thank
the back.
you.
I'm trying to think how did the bandits do on that Jack and Jill? I can't remember. Well,
No,
she
they
said
couldn't finish either. They couldn't
they
finish.
couldn't finish early.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
with them is understanding they're a new team. It was a really hard skill, and I think they had some communication problems as well. And especially like the first times you do butterflies on the live, um, the pressure is high, and it's common to like lose the rhythm, the momentum. The straps are really long, the rig moves. Like that's something you learn with time. So I think that was something that happened to them. So none of the team finished the race.
Yeah. Okay. It happens. It happens. We just
I,
had to address it because
I shake it off,
yeah.
and I put on my mind to like have fun on the last match. I honestly didn't want to go. It was hard for me to get on the car and drive all the way to Tampa. Like I didn't want to do it. And on that 4 hour drive, I talked to myself and I was like, girl, you love this. This is your favorite sport. You've been working hard for the past like 7 years, and you deserve to enjoy it. You deserve to have fun on the things you like, regarding of what happened or the pressure you're feeling, or your feelings or how you feel with certain teammates. Like I put myself first and I was like, this is my sport, this is what I love, and I deserve to enjoy it. So that's what I did, and it went great. It was a great
Yeah.
match. But that shifting that mindset, it's really tough.
Was that
But
just because of what had happened? Like, what was it also because of all the other stuff you've got with the new gym and and how busy you are outside of grid, or that was all just
no, I
because of
mean,
how the first match had gone?
no, it was more for how the first match go.
Wow. So we
Yeah.
could have been living in a parallel universe where Power just stayed home, and that would be the story.
I
Be like,
mean, if I wouldn't have been strong enough, I would have stayed home
wow,
because I thought about it, and
yeah,
I thought about it, and then I was like, you gotta go, you gotta do it, and then I was like, thank God I came. I didn't regret it. So,
yeah.
but now
Did you
I'm
know
good.
about
Now
this,
I'm
Alyssa?
older.
Did you know? And
Hmm?
she did you know about this, Alyssa? Did you know that?
Oh,
I didn't know.
I only told one friend. Uh, that's my friend where I stayed in Tampa because she saw me, and she was like, "It's the first time I see you like this,"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Cause it's the first time I don't want to compete."
yeah.
So I talked to her, but then like, no, I didn't told anyone. So
Okay. I'm just worried because maybe now coming, coming up on the 13th, you guys are going to be going head to head, and I'm just worried that she might start saying to you, "Oh, do you really want to go? You
no,
remember that
she's not
first
that
match? You know what
mean.
happened?"
No, she's not that mean. She's not
A little
that.
bit of
No, she's
psychological warfare
she's
going on there.
competitive, but in a healthy way.
I mean, we
Okay.
used to be on the same team at one point. So.
Yeah, we used to play together at the Miami Freaks.
I was going to say, was that Miami? Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, you've both been doing it for such a long time.
yeah.
I mean, such a long, all things are
It's,
relative, but
it is a
within
long
grid,
time.
that's a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I start playing on the second season, season 2.
Yeah. So you,
It's
so
a
you,
lot.
so you were both on the Miami Freaks, was it? It was
Yes.
Freaks, was it? Yeah. And then you went to the Lions from there.
Yes.
And what about, did you go straight to the Venoms?
I did.
So you must have been on the Venoms for a
3
few
years.
seasons then. Yeah.
Yeah,
3 years?
3 seasons.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
No, 3. Yeah.
Time flies.
Whew.
Yeah. She's completely blanked one of those out, apparently. It's like...
So
What's
fast.
interesting is that you then, so obviously now you're on the Breakers, with JoJo as well.
Mhm.
How's that? The two of you together on the Breakers now.
It's fine. We're just playing. Nothing crazy. Just doing our own thing. It's what we always done.
It's just so like laid back and chilled with it all, but yeah, I don't know. I was I think I was watching one show and they were talking about the was it the first race of last match, and because JoJo got ahead, then you got a fault, and then he got ahead again on the partner forward. Was it partner forward?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that one with Vita.
Yeah, and I my theory was he did it on purpose. He just wanted to overtake them twice because he's really kind of that guy picks up the barbell and he just it's not fair. It's not fair how fast he moves that.
He's strong.
Yeah. Let's just quick. I've got to pop into the comments and get a few of these questions because I just otherwise, we'll miss them all. So, Base Show, would you rather have your brain put into a turtle's body but nobody knows and you live alone for 150 years, or a wasp with your brain and you can talk and people can speak to you but you live for a month?
Probably turtle.
I'd rather live for a month and then rebirth on a different life
Really?
Okay.
than
So-
being 150 years.
Yeah, as a turtle. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think what grid movements you could still do as a wasp.
Years.
So that was one. Okay, basically we've done that. He's also said sausages. I'm not sure why that's. Who's this? Carla Martinez. Is that someone you know? Some beautiful ladies. I'm assuming they're there for you.
That's my mom.
Is that your mum?
Alyssa's mom.
Ah, there we are.
Oh. Hey, Mom.
Thank
Good.
you.
Has she gone to any of your matches?
She has, yes, to multiple.
You know,
Come
she's from Chile. That it's a country right next to Argentina. So
Right.
we speak the same language and everything.
Yeah. The language of passion and
Wow.
loud and cheering on there. Am I right? I can't imagine that your mum is sitting quietly in the corner just watching you.
She's even yelling for her. I'm like, hello, what's gonna happen in this next match?
Yeah.
You gotta decide.
You just tell her on Saturday, get it all out. On Saturday,
Yeah.
you can cheer for about as much as you want. Like, come Sunday, I do not want to hear her name in your mouth. Stop.
Actually, we were laughing about that today because Cody Schaefer came to Jungla today as well to train with Ali, and we went 3 ringer points against each other. And I'm really good friend with his parents, with Laura and Jimmy. And I would beat her on the ringer points, and they would be celebrating me and feeling bad for him, but celebrating me at the same time. Like he was like, "Hey, what the heck?
So
You
this
guys are my parents."
This
And they
is your
would-
strategy. You just become friends with everybody's parents, and then
She does. She really does.
you get in their heads that way. Like,
Oh
why
my
were you
God.
cheering for her?
I mean, yeah, I should start doing it with more people though.
You should buy a load of T-shirts as well that you can give out. So when they're
Okay.
arriving, they can be wearing Lions T-shirts with your name on the back.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as sort of,
I'll
looks
make
into
some
the crowd, it's
t-shirts
like,
for my
Mum,
fans. I was
why are you wearing
thinking
that?
about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually gave her one to Cody's mom, and he gave her one as well. And she wore mine, and she was like, "I'm sorry, Cody. The heart was what it wants."
Wow.
I know.
Okay. Good. So it's been interesting. I always last time you were on the show, I learned about how much you love music. And
Okay, yeah.
that was your passion. This time
Yes.
I've learned that apparently everybody's parents love you. So that's interesting. So like my mum never watches this show, but if I see suddenly her pop up in the chat because of you, because you're on the show, I'm gonna get upset.
Like, hi, mom.
Say this is like hundreds of shows now. You've never been here. Paula's on.
I
Come with us.
gotta make my parents come to one match one day.
Yeah, have they've never been, I'm guessing then.
No, they never saw me competing. Never.
Do they watch it on like the live stream at all?
I don't think the live stream, but they follow me on Instagram. They see stuff.
Oh, they get the highlight reel.
One day my dad was like, "Hey, do you run that fast, or the video is like fast forward?" And I'm like, "No, Dad, I ran like that." Wow.
No, you should say to him, no, the video is slowed down, so you can really see the
So
movement.
then you can see the sweat. And
Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
You should tell him what everyone always says is like, you see grid speed online, and it's not the same as when you see it like in person.
In person is crazy.
Yeah. So you should tell him that. Say, no. That's online grid speed. Go and look at what everybody says about grid. It's faster in person.
So they kind of know what I do, but they don't really know. So
yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, is that why you've gone and grabbed everybody else's parents?
Yes, that's my point. Yes, you got it right.
Okay, good to know.
I have a lot of parents now.
Yeah. Yeah, every match, it doesn't matter. So, if people are like, oh, this one's really far from where you're like, oh, it's fine. I've got so-and-so's parents. They're over there.
Okay. Parent, they are cheering for me. Yeah.
Bringing you snacks between races.
Oh, we get to choose our families. So
smart. It's a good strategy. Yeah. Both of your teams at the moment are undefeated, which is which will change on the 13th.
Yes, or maybe the day before.
Well,
yes, so
going to playoffs.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so there is the potential that one of you could, be. I'm trying to think who. So the Lions. So I think the Breakers are going against the Wilds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are the Lions?
Southwich Bombs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a coin. I think it's everyone's game.
Yeah.
I am confident with my team. Like, we have really good athletes, and I actually love the people that came from the Aces. They send videos to the chat every single day. They practice every single day. Like, you can tell they are committed, and you can tell they really want it. Like, they really want to win. And they help each other. They give feedback. Like, it's been great. It's been great, because sometimes all you know is like what is going on your team, and some teams have like amazing stuff, and then you get to know some other stuff that other teams have, and that's awesome as well. So every time I change team, I feel it's been like an upgrade, and that I kept learning from everything. So yeah, I mean, I'm confident on the team, but I know it's everyone's game. Like, we can all make a mistake, and what are the point that no mistakes are forgiven. So yeah, we really need to be sharp.
Yeah. Did you feel like kind of an added pressure this season because of the, because you get words thrown out like, oh, it's a super team because it's a merging of two teams, and even if that's not, they're two very good teams that some players from each team have come together. So does that mean it is a super team? I don't know, but obviously it means there's a level of expectation put upon your team. Did you feel that at all, or you're like, it's just another season?
Yes, I get what you're saying, and probably some people are expecting more from our team because they call it a super team. But I don't actually feel extra pressure because of that, and I don't feel extra pressure from my teammates either.
Yeah.
But
you weren't
I
worried
still
that
feel
you
a lot of pressure from all the surroundings, but not extra. Like,
no. Well, also because I guess for some there's, I mean, if I had somehow like crept onto either of those teams, which would already have been miraculous, as soon as I hear they're merging the teams, I'm like, well, that's it. I'm out. Like, I only just managed to get on the team, and now you're going to get the best of both teams. There's no place for me. So, was there that kind of feeling among people on the team at all? Were people a bit like worried
Uh,
with this merger?
I don't think that was the problem, because we merged because half of our team quit and half of their team uh, quit or retired. Um, so we were actually short on girls. We actually had to call Katie on the first match, and then we asked Regan to play again because we were actually missing girls. And then, for example, Megan, that usually does a lot of the things I do, she's been getting really, really strong. So she's been focusing more on the utility stuff and been getting better at that. So she's been grabbing more tasks from utility, and I've been keeping more the body weight stuff. So we actually share that, so none of us burn out. Um, and of course we stay healthy and we don't have to like be doing so much stuff, so we've been handling that really, really good.
Yeah, clever, smart. I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't worried about your position because I
No,
think you're so established
good.
on what you can
She's
like.
really good too. She beat me on the ringer point last year on the 50
Yeah,
handstand push-ups. I mean, it was really, really close, but she beat me. So
no, but I think there's there's space for two people that have that skill set, right? It's not like, oh, there's 10 people on the team that can do all of that.
uh-huh.
If you've got a couple, and because you need someone, if something happens, like
Yeah,
you've got to have someone that can step up, right? So having two people that can do certain skills is like, it's important.
yeah.
But I mean, if I'd heard they'd let go of Paula Leyes, I would, yeah, I don't know. I've been shocked. I've been like, is it even grid? I would have said. I said, well, is this even grid anymore? On the other hand, Alyssa, going in on the breakers, did you feel like there was an expectation on your team at all? Or did you think, the kind of, not to be mean, I love the breakers.
Mhm.
I said this on the show the other day. It was players on the breakers that first introduced me to grid. Okay. So they were like my first point of contact was people that were players on the breakers. And then that's how I learned about grid. And that's who I would ask questions to. That being said, I was sad when I started to follow grid, knowing that the people I knew were on the breakers and realizing that they never won any matches. I was like, oh, this is great.
I
So
think people are understanding now that like we're a better team than last year because it's a completely different roster.
yeah.
But I think we're still being underestimated by like a lot of teams.
See,
I
I don't
think
know.
this is when we're really going to show the
Yeah.
depth we have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you are being underestimated. Well, you say by teams, so maybe by the teams. The chat I hear from those like myself, I don't think anyone is underestimating the breakers anymore. I think people know that, like, they're wearing, I mean, you're not even wearing the same uniform. You've got the amazing white uniform. I love the white uniform. I've been talking about that since I saw it on the grid. People are sick of me talking about it. But it was, it was last year. It was the wild, coming out in red, and we were all like, "Whoa, that's that's an upgrade from the green." That upgrade is nothing compared to the white from the breakers. So, the Wolves are going to have to do something special with their uniform when they join next season, because you guys have set a strong precedent. But I mean, beyond that and the logo being slightly different as well, like it's completely a different team. And I
But
don't think anyone is like going, oh yeah, they're a bit better now. Like, it's night and day. You've got some of the same play. But I was saying, who was I speaking to? Lexi. I was saying, like, even Vida. Vida seems like she's found another gear. Like, she's always been amazing, but she's like even better now.
next level.
Oh, hold on. Arthur says our Dallas uniform is going to slap. Oh, what have they got? What have they got for Dallas? And you're going against.
They have an alternate uniform.
So they copied us.
They have 2 uniforms. I mean, which I think is great because we played 2 days in a row.
Right.
So, for example, we only have one. So at night, I have to wash it, dry it, pray that it's dry the next
Yeah.
day. Because if not, it's going to smell like
So bad.
awful. And we're like 12 people. So you don't want that.
If it's not going to dry, you should just put it on and then start doing loads of butterfly muscle ups, and that will
No.
sort of dry it out for you. That was just the air passing by.
What are you doing, Pau? Now just drying my uniform.
I'm just drying my uniform.
Doing pullovers.
Pullovers would be the perfect thing. That is just like a
Yeah.
dryer. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. And then you get down, you're quite tired.
I'm gonna make a video for you. And Ali is gonna be like, Pau, what are you doing?
No, Ali's going to be like, mine's still a bit damp. Can you do it? Can you wear mine for a second? And, okay. Oh, Arthur, what can we have a hint about the uniform? Can you give us any spoilers? I'm intrigued. I do like the idea that you have alternate, I don't follow many American sports, but I know I don't follow any English sports either. I follow grit and CrossFit. That's my sport. But I know we have like in football here, they would have an away uniform, and also it's the idea that like if your team wears blue and the team you're playing wears blue, one of you can wear the other uniform. So at least when we're watching, we're like, oh, it's the blue team and the white team kind of thing. So whereas in the past you had quite a few teams in blue, a couple of teams in green. So
I think that for next season we could all ask for like 2 uniforms. For example, us, you can like flip them and be like teal with black, and then
I want it. Arthur, it's an alternate uniform, different color, and you can figure out the rest. It will be the best look. Yeah, I get that it's a different color, Arthur. And I imagine probably it's got a palm on it as well, if I'm not wrong. But this guy, yeah. And probably to find one to fit you, they had to stitch 2 together as well, Arthur. We know that. So let's this tall guy. For
it's
you,
fine. They can have the best looking uniform in the grid. We have the best looking players.
Wow.
Which is good, but Basho has just said Arthur is a very attractive man. So yeah. Oh, he says he has to pay double for his uniform.
Oh wow.
Shots fired. Pew, pew. Yeah. Okay.
Fired. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're just kidding. What? Serious question though.
We do have really nice players though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you're all amazing. I sit at home watching it online going, wow, these are some incredible, incredibly athletic people, incredibly skilled people. Everyone looks like a Hollywood movie star. Like it's, and then I'm just sat there. I'd say sat. I'm in bed. It's usually like 1 a.m. and I'm trying to watch the final match, and I'm like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Trying to take notes. And then the next day, because I want to do my little recap video, I open my book and I'm like, what does any of this mean? I cannot read my writing. I don't know what I've written. It's a mess. So, and you're doing 2 matches, think about this when you're doing. Yeah. So when you're doing, Saturday and Sunday, that's my weekend gone now, trying to follow that. Alyssa, if I could be as good in gymnastics or lifting as both of them. He's trying to get on your good side now. Be careful. I was actually going to ask you, Paula, as someone who does, all of the gymnastics movements and, the incredible stuff on the bar and the rings, when you see Arthur doing it, there's some long limbs, right? That he's got to move around the bar or through the rings. Is that impressive for you to watch, knowing like the skills that you need to do that when you see somebody who you're like, how can he control that much body?
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's great because a lot of people just limitate themselves. because they are like, no, I'm too tall, or I'm too heavy, or my limbs are too long, and sometimes they put their own limitations. Of course, if you're heavier, it's gonna be a little bit harder, especially if you are not stronger. Um, but I feel it's great for people to see that there are no limits. Especially, same thing when you watch a really small person doing the big weights. And it's what happened on the last match, for example, with Megan. I saw Megan doing really, really heavy weights, and she's my size. And I was like, wow. So I feel like those both edges and extremes are great.
Yeah, they're great until you start thinking, oh, if they can do it, I'm kind of losing excuses. I can't say, oh, I'm smaller. That's not my skill set. You're like, oh. Now they're making me look bad. Yeah. Are either of you? So I know you were at Wodapalooza, for example. We mentioned that earlier with Fee. Alyssa, have you got any events lined up outside of Grid?
Nope, not really.
You're doing
No?
Force Wars with me.
Oh,
What are you doing?
We're gonna do Force Wars. That is a comp here in Davie 2 days in a rodeo. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna team up with a third girl. I recruited her.
Is she just learning about this now?
Can't say no. I didn't ask. I was like, listen, we're doing this.
Yeah.
we train a lot. Thing. I actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like,
And now you've announced it publicly as well, so now everybody knows.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. I mean, Arthur's still in the chat. That's a guy who's at every competition. I don't know how he has time to do every time I see his Instagram, he's at a different competition plus all the Grid matches. So I don't know how he's doing it.
And every time they ask me, hey, do you want to do this comp? I'm like, yes.
Really?
They asked me the past weekend, like, do you want to do Atlantic Coast Classic? I was like, okay. Now they ask me, do you want to do Tampa Bay games? I'm like, okay. And we're doing Battle Cancer. Okay. So, yeah, I do have a bunch of stuff.
She's crazy.
Would you do any international competitions? Could we get you over this side?
I haven't gone to that side for a competition. I am going to London in the first week of August for High Rock seminar. It's a coaches seminar by Red Bull in London. So I'm going to the camp the entire week. But not competitions yet. But I might put it on my bucket list for next year. Yeah. They invited me to one in Brazil that I always go. But it was this month, so it was this month. Yeah, it was a lot. For this month, it was a lot. But I've been doing some international stuff, but not Europe yet.
It's tough though, isn't it? Like all the competitions, kind of, a lot of them line up in the same dates. There's so many that, like, I mean, I was invited to go, not to compete. Let's just put that out there straight away. I was invited to go there and wear a suit. I was invited to go to a competition in Italy this weekend. And I was like, I would love to go. Also because I have family in Italy, so it's like good to, a good excuse to go there. I'm going to Luxembourg. I have been invited to another competition, and I was invited way back. So I've already said yes. I've got to go there. It's a really good cause as well, so I want to be there supporting that competition. And then, like, the following weekend is UK Champs, and I feel really guilty because I'm not going to that. I'm like, I just can't I can't be somewhere every weekend. I've got a life. I've got Grid to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, but and I guess with you guys, like, you've got your season, so you've already got a weekend a month booked for Grid matches. Then you've got to try and fit in, your other events, and then you're savvy businesswomen as well. You've got all the stuff going on outside of that.
Yeah.
Alyssa's just smiling. Yeah. What are you doing outside of Grid and outside of just training all day with Paula?
Well, I'm a firefighter, so I work 24-hour shifts.
There we go. Look at that.
So I'll be a whole day at the station training. I try to do as much as I can, but then other than that, we're just here, just having a good time.
Yeah. So just hoping nothing catches on fire, so you can just keep enjoying sitting back.
Exactly, you said it.
Yeah. So I heard someone say like an illustration the other day, and they said they were like, oh, it's like firefighters, right? Like when they're sitting around, they're just bored, and they're hoping to be called out to like use the skills that they have. And I was like, I don't know if that's true. I don't think they're what.
That's not the case.
No, I was like, I don't think they're happy if your house is burning down. Like that's probably, and also having spoken to firefighters in the past, I know that you guys, encounter some pretty horrific stuff. And so actually not being called out is a real blessing. Like, good. That means people are okay. So,
yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pull up one comment just for my own little ego here, but hey, don't let Jason fool you. He's got some guns under that suit. He commented on. It's really annoying. So I put up a video on my Instagram like yesterday or the day before, which a clip from a podcast I recorded at the gym. That's only an audio podcast, but just to make life easy, I recorded it on my camera. Mm-hmm. So I've got video, but it's only an audio podcast. It's only the audio is going up. And I went in and recorded it at 9 till like we were going 9 till 10:30, and then at 10:30 there was the class. So I went ready to go and do the class. And so I'm wearing like, I've got a no sleeve top.
Now I want to see your guns.
Yeah, show us.
Let's go.
They're under a suit. You can't see them. You can't. No, I refuse. Not with Alyssa on the show. She's got the craziest guns I've seen.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but we need a picture at least. Yeah. Like flexing. The mirror.
Yeah, because even if I take this off, I've got a long sleeve shirt on underneath as well.
Yeah,
so they're hidden. They're hidden away.
I know.
I guess.
I hide them away. This is not the show for that.
But listen, if you come next year to Wodapalooza, you gotta come drop in with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Find me. Like right. Yes. Let's put that on the. When is Wodapalooza next year? Do we know? Do we got the dates already?
March.
March.
They moved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Wodapalooza, and the week after is High Rocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. So it's gonna be a back-to-back.
Okay. So what I need to do in between now and then, I've got a plan. Is I have to start reporting on more High Rocks stuff. Then I'll go to your coaches seminar in London, meet all the key players, and then I'll be like, "Hey guys, sponsor me to go out to the High Rocks." Next year.
Comment, yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, actually, I'll just go a week early anyway, just to acclimatize.
I mean,
but actually, I'm there for Wodapalooza.
Just text me, and I can try to like get you in.
Yeah, get me in. Yeah.
Yeah, get me in.
Who is this guy?
I mean, we had to go through like 4 stages until we were selected.
Really?
Yeah. I applied, and they would answer different questions, and then they would keep. It was like an interview for a job, and then they selected like a really few people, but they send us there, like they send us our flight, our stay, the food, like everything.
Really?
But it was tough to like qualify.
Well, I bet.
But since
doing all of that.
Since I've done High Rocks Pro before, like 3 times, our facility is a High Rocks affiliate as well.
I did see that. I was going to ask you about that. I saw that on your Instagram page.
Yes. I did High Rocks for the first time, like the past year, and I loved it. And I was like, I really want to do this. And then like all the gyms around the area, when they saw it was like working really good for us. Now, like everyone started doing High Rocks as well. So now it's a thing now.
Yeah, I mean, I know quite a lot of. I actually was having this conversation with one of our affiliate owners the other day, because another affiliate that's sort of linked to them is now also a High Rocks gym as well. But I know quite a few CrossFit gyms that are also High Rocks as well.
Yeah.
And and it's my same thing when I talk about grid, that I'm like, any fitness or anything that gets people in
Mhm.
is good.
Yeah.
Once they're in, like if they want to do high rock, maybe you'll do a high rocks, maybe you'll do 2, maybe 3. But then I'm thinking, if I'm in a gym and I'm watching, and I'm training my high rocks and I'm doing another sled push and I'm doing some more ski erg, and I look over and I'm seeing Alyssa flying on the rings. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, that looks amazing. What? And then I come over like, what are you training over there? It's like, oh, we're doing, this is more kind of CrossFit style. I've got a competition coming up. Oh, that's cool. Can I learn how to do that? Can I be involved in doing it? And then move across. Same with grid. Like I would watch grid and be like, I'm never doing any of that stuff. But if I wanted to do something similar, what could I do? Well, there you go. Go try CrossFit over there. It's sort of, you do some of the skills. So I just think whatever it is, get people moving, and then from there, you could teach them to move even more and better. And
Yeah. You should definitely try high rocks.
I should try it.
You should do it to see for yourself. I like go to open division. It's harder than it looks like. It's a lot of running. Actually, most of the race is running. It's not the sled push. It's not the ski. It's the running.
Running is the bit I'm not
has,
too worried about.
And everyone opened their eyes like, oh my lords, like this is tough. But I mean, grid is way harder for me, like skill wise, like on the skills. But high rocks was even harder though on the endurance part, right?
Yeah, but that's because that is like
it's
2
1 hour
extremes,
race.
right? You've got grid that is so short.
It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then this is like a whole hour. And
Yeah. Okay.
So 2 different things.
Alyssa, have you done grid? Grid. Yeah. Have you done high rocks?
I haven't done an official one, but she hosts classes every Saturday, and I hate life.
And she's gonna do it next year.
I still show up. I show up.
I've heard that our affiliate are gonna maybe do some simulations. So I see it in my peripheral. It's coming down the line.
It's coming. Yeah.
I don't compete. I always say that I don't compete. I never compete.
But you can do the open division. That it's more for fun. I mean, it's more like a personal challenge. And that's another thing with high rocks. Like I never felt I was going against someone else.
Yeah.
It was more like a personal thing. So.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, fella. I don't know. I've never even been. I have spoken to people. Somebody said, "Oh, you've got to go." I haven't even done like any media at one, so I should do that first. Maybe I need to go there and actually do some media stuff, because that's all I do at competitions. I go there and watch other people. I'm in awe by everyone else.
Do the other way around. Do it first. I promise you're gonna ask even better questions because you already experienced it yourself. So you are like, man, I've done this before, and
yeah. Why don't you look like me when I did it? I was dying. You look fine. What's the difference?
Yeah. It's gonna give you a better picture and feeling of what it is.
Yeah, I don't mind. Well, I mean, I hate wobbles. This is one of the big things. Like, there's a lot of wobbles there, and that is my.
But they go really fast.
Yeah, and they're quite light, right? They're not very heavy.
Like, you're already numb.
She's good at them. Okay, don't listen to her.
So when I started CrossFit, like we had a kind of a group chat for the like 8 p.m. class that I would go to, and if there were wobbles in the workout, I would get messages like beforehand of like, you better be there, because they knew how much I hate them. So it was like, we've seen there's wobbles, you better be there. Don't think you're gonna escape them. So it's
like an air squat.
Yeah. But the funny thing now is actually
it's a mental thing. The wobble.
Yeah, I don't actually think they're a problem anymore at all. I just think it's still in my head that I'm like, and then actually when they show up in workouts, I'm always like, oh, not the wobbles. And then after we'll be talking, and I'm like, oh, actually, it wasn't the wobble. It was, it was the cleans that killed me in this workout. Actually, the wobbles were fine. And they were like, oh, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I could only get over for one thing, should I not be coming over for grid? That's the question. Oh, that's the question. Like, if I can get over to the States, I mean, surely it's to come and watch,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would upset a lot of people. Could you imagine it? They're like, oh, you finally made it, and you came over and went to High Rocks.
Yeah, I know. And Waterpalooza, and you
And
have
Waterpalooza. Waterpalooza, I think people would understand.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you cover CrossFit, you talk about that a lot. Makes sense that you went to Waterpalooza. I'd love to. It's so the problem I have is having to justify like a trip to the States to my wife and kids. Like, sorry that I left you all at home in England in March, but I'm going.
Just a weekend.
Yeah. Oh, obviously, Jason High Rocks Media. It could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. I know that you are both very busy, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that you've made some time, but I know that we did say we'd keep it under an hour. I promised Alyssa
Wow.
that.
Yeah. It went really fast though.
It did go fast. It always does.
Wow.
Well, you are welcome back on any time. I said that last time, and it took us about a year to get you back on. So I have that. If you ever want to jump on one of the recap shows, you're more than welcome. Actually, if you want to nominate people to come on the recap shows, I need to put one together for the 14th. I'm a bit concerned because I think people are going to be like, hold on, we just did a match on Saturday and on Sunday, and now you're trying to get us.
Who would be really, really fun? Taylor Sturgis.
So I haven't had him on since the change. Since I've had him on as an ace, but never as a lion.
Okay, yeah, so, him would be really fun. And who else? Like a girl?
I was gonna say Taylor Stallings.
Taylor Stallings.
Taylor's been on. She was on the last one.
But
she was on the last recap show.
She was already. Yeah, she was already. That's why.
Yeah. I don't want to get told that I'm playing favorites. I'm trying to spread it around. I'm trying to get different people on, different viewpoints. That being said, something might happen in the match, and then I'm like, well, I've got to get these people.
I need you.
So that could happen.
That will happen. No, yeah, I know.
Oh, Jasmine. So Jasmine is another one. I've had her on as an ace, never had her on as a lion. So
Jasmine is amazing.
Yeah. If we want to talk about biceps and guns.
Yeah, she brings the vibes.
That's another one. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think. Oh. Trish also. Her story sounds cool. Okay. All right. Good.
Trish is actually studying medicine, I think.
Yeah. That's the thing. The other thing that's
so young and so strong.
That's the great thing about. I mean, it's the same within CrossFit, apart from like the very, the 1% at the very top. But generally, you speak to people that are doing CrossFit, you speak to people that are doing grid and that, because they've also got to have a life outside of the sport.
Yeah.
They're fascinating people very often because it's like, oh, you do this and you do this. So that's always, they're always interesting stories. Okay. Yeah. Anyone that's got, if people have good ideas of people that should come on, particularly the recap show, just send me a message. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Right. Very good. Well, thank you again to Alyssa. Thank you to Paula Layers. I've got to lock that in. Am I close? Is it good?
Is it good?
Yeah. I'll keep working on it. Wait till you hear the names I have to say in a minute for who's on next week. So stick around for that. As I've already said, on Friday, I will be jumping on a plane to head to Luxembourg. I will be at the Iron Showdown, which is a quite an interesting looking event. They'll be running multiple divisions. A lot of adaptive athletes are going to be there, as well as, your scaled, your RX masters, teens. However, they will be dividing up the competition floor so that some from different categories will be on the floor at the same time. So it's a way to try and highlight all the different categories and make sure everyone is getting, their spots. So if you want to see that, just follow my Instagram or YouTube. I'll be putting stuff up all weekend about that, I assume. Then on Wednesday, when I'm back in England, I will have, we'll be talking about the Fall Series. That is the longest running CrossFit event in Italy, if I'm not wrong, with Giorgio Beltrami and Anastasia Kulibaba.
Wow.
There's some names for you.
Yes.
So they will be joining me on Wednesday. Maybe I think an hour earlier than we went live today, or 2 hours earlier. Just again, follow my Instagram. That was it. And then the following week, well, Grid is back. We'll have hopefully a recap show on Monday the 14th. And then on Wednesday the 16th, we will have Lauren Olsen from the Bandits. So again, people just follow my Instagram. I always put out messages about who's going. But lots of CrossFit stuff, lots of Grid stuff, lots of, fun, good stuff. Thank you again to Alyssa. Thank you to Paula. Thank you to Alyssa's mum, who we now know is Paula's biggest fan. So that's always good. And all the best, on the 12th and 13th, but particularly on the 13th. I hope your team wins, and you can decide which one of you I'm speaking to there.
Oh boy.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Jason, for having us.
Thank you.